Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is our third class. This is our third class of International Business, which is Unit 1 of our SET and NET examination syllabus of Commerce subject. So today we'll be starting with another topic, which is what are the stages of globalization or internationalization of different companies. Okay, so to all the students who are new on this channel, kindly check out the playlist. In playlist you will find all the topics of all the units sequence wise, so it will be very helpful for you all if you haven't watched the videos right from the beginning. So you can go and check out the playlist. And for the students who are following me right from the beginning, we will be starting today with the new topic. I hope you are revising what all we have done in the previous classes. For example, what we have done in business environment and the topics of international business. I hope you all are revising it simultaneously. Also, paper 1 classes are we have started paper 1 classes, so I hope you are watching the paper 1 classes as well. So let's start with the new topic, which is stages of globalization or internationalization. Four stages of globalization. There are four stages of globalization, which is domestic, international, multinational, global. But if you see further some models and also in practical life, there are 5 stages. Initially, there were only 4 stages, but now one more stage is added, which is what happened? Why is this not working? Yeah. So there are 5 stages: domestic, international, multinational, global, and transnational. So first stage is of domestic company, then second stage will be of international company, third one multinational company, fourth global company, and fifth will be the transnational company. Okay, now we'll see one stages. What are the features of each stage and each company? And we'll learn it through examples. If you see in this picture, they have given for each company what are the stages of their development and how are they going to manage the companies. For example, in domestic company, it is given one best way. Now, one best way means what? Domestic companies feel, I mean, not the companies, but the ones who own the company, they feel that they should do their business in their own country only, domestically only, maybe in their city, their state, or their country only. We should not sail in many boats. That is their thinking. International companies think many good ways. So their strategy is best of all. We should try exploring each and every city, country, state. Multinational companies think least cost way. What that means, suppose if our country is not having enough manpower, so where will we get the manpower source from another country where it will cost us very less amount, they'll charge a very less amount, or we need technology for our business, so we should hire from which company? A company which is in a country where they'll provide the technology on a very cheap rate. So this is the thought process of which company? Multinational company. Next is global. Global means what? Many good ways, just like international company. In international company, we saw that the motto, you can say the motto of international company is many good ways. Similarly, global companies also think in that way, but they think on a larger scale, whereas international companies think just for a particular country or maybe two. But global companies think of the entire world at large. And transnational companies. Transnational companies are the companies who think of providing their services, their products to each and every corner of the world. Now, when I'm saying all these things to you, you might be feeling that everything sounds same only, right? Domestic is also sounding a bit like international. International is sounding a bit like global. Global is sounding a bit like transnational. So how are we going to remember? First, the very first thing that you need to remember is many students get confused of how are the stages, and most important, this should be written in sequence only. When you're making notes, this should be the sequence. First the company will go domestic, then international, then multi, then global, then trans. So the sequence for these stages of globalization is very important. So how you will make sure that you don't jumble up the sequence? For that, you need to remember it like that. Domestic, do. International, I. Multinational, make. Global, good. Transnational, theplas. Now, for those who don't know theplas, what are I am assuming everyone or everyone amongst you knows what is theplas. But if you don't know what are theplas, it is a savory dish and it is usually consumed by the Gujaratis, but it is famous all over India. It is widely prepared by almost everyone who lives in India. Okay, so even if you don't know theplas, you can just remember anything with tea, whichever thing you like some dish or whichever thing you feel, you should remember that thing with tea. So how you are going to remember it? Do I make good theplas? So do I make good theplas means what? Do is domestic, I is international, make is multinational, good is global, T is theplas are transnational. This is the way to remember this. Okay? Do I make good theplas? For those who don't want to remember it, theplas, think about anything which starts with T, which you find it a bit funny. Make sure always when you're remembering it, form the sentences which are a bit funny. So that is going to help you in examination. Okay, so how are we going to remember the stages of globalization in sequence? Okay, I am saying it again and again, sequence, because sequence matters the most. So it will be, do I make good theplas? Got it? Now we'll see in detail how we can remember all these different stages. Here is another chart, but again in this chart, picture, diagram, whatever it is, they have given only 4 stages. So I won't explain this one, but if you want, you can pause the video and read it once. I'll explain you what is given in the next slides where all 5 stages are mentioned. Okay. This is the one. This is another slide. Again, 4 stages are given. You can make, if you want, you can pause the video and read this slide as well. I have kept so many slides of 4 stages. Again, I guess this and other one is same only. So I'll just go ahead. Have I not kept slides of 5 stages? Yeah, I have kept, yes. Okay, so first we'll see domestic. Now don't worry because here only four are given, so you'll feel, oh, where is the fifth one? Fifth one is there. I'll be explaining it to you. But first we'll try and understand what is the domestic state. That is, what are the features of domestic company. Okay, so when we hear the word domestic, what it means, that company is focusing to provide their products, their services in domestic market only. UK company will provide their product, their service in UK only. Indian company in India only. Some XYZ country will provide in that XYZ country only. Means they are thinking, or they are focusing on providing these goods and services to the people of their country only, or their area only. So their focus is on what? National market. Okay. Now just take an example of any local vendor, local shop, or any local company. If you know any manufacturing unit, factories around your area, just imagine that companies, it can be anything, it can be a sweet shop also. Now in our area there are sweet shops which are limited to only our city, like they have different branches, but it is limited to only our city. So like that, in your city, wherever you live, there might be some shops which are limited only to your city or only to your state. They have not even gone beyond the state. For example, I live in Maharashtra, so the shops or the sweet shops or some garment shops or any factories are limited to that Maharashtra state only. They have not even thought of spreading it to another states. So like that, in nearby your place, nearby your area, there might be some sweet shop. For example, I'll take some mithai shop. Okay, there is a shop, mithai shop. So what that mithai wala is thinking, that it is too much of risk to widespread our shops in another states. Or for example, if he is having in another states, he is thinking it is too much, there is too much risk, there is a lot of risk in expanding it internationally. So what he is trying to do, he is trying to play it safe. He is keeping the shops limited to his city, his state, or his nation only. So that is the thinking of usually the domestic companies. First of all, first key point for them not to expand the business is the way they think. If they are from a very traditional background, and if they don't have any guidance or expertise of global market, so what are they going to do? They are going to expand till certain states or till the nation only. Secondly, they are afraid of taking risks. They don't want to take risks, so they are not planning to expand it internationally. Okay, so you can write here that the focus main, whenever you're making notes, write domestic stage, and in bracket you should write they are focusing on what? National market only. Why they are focusing on national market? To avoid risks. They don't want to take any sort of risk, and also they don't have any, they might not be having global expertise, or they are of a traditional mindset, so they don't want to expand. These will be the reasons. Now whenever you're studying such topics, what kind of questions are expected? They might ask you in statement reason that domestic company take risks globally. So is this is so is this is this so is this state, what am I saying? So this statement is right or wrong? Obviously right. Why? Because domestic, the name itself says that they are going to think till their nation only. So how come they are taking this? No, they are not taking this. So now I have given you example directly, like direct statement I have given you. But in exam you will expect indirect statements. So no need of writing sentences again and again, just write key points, because no matter how they'll twist the statement, if you know what is domestic, what is international, what is multinational, then you will be easily able to answer it. Don't write in my each and every class of all the languages. I am saying one thing repeatedly to all the students, that don't write notes in which you will have to write 5 to 6 sentences. That is the most stupid thing that you're doing. Whenever you are preparing for set or net, don't do this mistakes. You are going to suffer a lot before examination if you're doing this. And no matter which educator you're following, just understand when they are explaining it to you, not only me, if you're following someone else, just focus on what they are saying, what they are trying to explain. Try to keep that in mind. Don't ask for give us the PDF, give us the notes, share your notes, share your this, share your that. That won't help you. The topper, if you'll ask some topper that give me your notes, and if you'll study from his notes, still you won't be able to qualify. Why? Because that person has written it in such a way that he will understand it. How he is able to understand it? He has written in that way. So you have to write in such a way that you will be able to understand it when you are sitting in that examination hall. So no matter which educator you're following, make sure you're listening to what they are saying. You're paying attention. Don't focus much on the notes or what is written in front of you. Just listen what they are saying and make notes accordingly. And make sure you're writing keywords only. Don't go for lengthy sentences, lengthy passages or paragraphs. Okay, so for domestic company, you have to remember two things. That first, it is going to focus on national market only. That is, it is going to focus on their home country only. I'll write one more keyword for y'all: home country. Home country and national market. Second point will be, they will try to avoid the risks. They would not want to take any sort of risks. Now, second one is international stage. Now, international stage means what? That they are willing to expand their company, expand their business. They are willing to go internationally. Okay. Now, how they are going to manage it? Yes, if when I have asked this question, and franchising, joint venture, licensing, greenfield, merger, strategic, this is coming in your mind, you're on the right path, because that means you have paid attention in my previous classes also. Yes, these are the modes of expanding your business internationally. These are the modes of entry for international business. But in international stage also, there are some plus points and minus points. Let's first see what are these plus points and minus points. So the first point is that they are going to go beyond their country, beyond their nation. So what are they going to do? They are going to do their business beyond the nation, or you can say beyond domestic. Why beyond domestic? Because we have seen in domestic stage they'll keep it limited, and in international, beyond domestic, that means beyond the nation. Now, when a company thinks of going internationally, will they close the business that they have started in their own country? No. That is why it is known as international company. A company who is continuing their business domestically but is aiming to expand it. For example, best example again I would give you is McDonald's. Now, why McDonald's? McDonald's was started in US slowly they expanded to all the countries of world. But have they stopped their business or their restaurants or their food chain in their own country? US is domestic country for MACD and India is international for them. Understood? Basic point you're getting, that MACD is domestic company for US people, but for India it is an international company. So when they have opened the franchise in India, have they stopped their business in US? No. So this is what international stage represents, that they are going to expand it, but at the same time the home country will also continue its business. Home country won't stop its business. Okay, now as I had told you, MACD, from MACD, two things you remember. One is franchising, and now you will be remembering international. It is what? International stage. That company is in its international stage. So now MACD, what MACD is doing, whatever it is doing in US, the same thing it is following all over the world, right? What was the concept of MACD? Burger, fries and takeaway food restaurant. Similar concepts it is following everywhere, correct? So that is what international company aims for, that whatever business they are doing in the domestic country, that same business, same products, same services, same goods, they are going to provide in international companies, international countries. Everything will be the same, the pattern will be the same, but they are willing to take that risk and go internationally. So these companies are also given the name as ethnocentric. What is it known as? Ethnocentric. Who is known as ethnocentric? International companies. Why ethnocentric? Because they are aiming to expand internationally, but their domestic company is also running, and what they are doing in domestic company, the same thing they are aiming to provide to companies internationally, to the countries internationally. So they are known as what? Ethnocentric. Now ethnocentric, polycentric, regiocentric, geocentric, these are all various frameworks which we will be learning in detail, but for now you have to remember that international company is also known as what? For their ethnocentric management. So in international, two things you will remember. First, they are willing to go beyond domestic, beyond the nation. They are willing to expand internationally, but with the same products and services that they are providing in their home country. Whatever services they are providing, whichever products they are providing, how they are functioning, the pattern will remain same for international countries as well. Got it? Now, next is multinational. Third one. Now, what do you mean by multinational? Multinational means doing multiple things. Multi means what? Multitasking. Multiple means doing many things. So, what these multinational companies do, they invest in many countries. Not just one, two, but many countries. See, here also it is given many countries. How you will remember multinational? So I had explained it to you in franchising that if MACD is producing beef burgers, if MACD is providing beef burgers in US, okay, it may be accepted by people of UK or the countries where beef is allowed and they consume it. But if they would have provided in India, would the MACD business run successfully in India? No, it would have been shut down. So, when MACD first, suppose, gave the franchise to UK, at that time MACD was in which stage? International stage. But the moment it gave the business in India and many other countries, it transformed from international company to multinational. Why? Because in multinational stage, what happens? The home company or the domestic company, it is only and only thinking about the people of their country, and as they start providing their goods and services in another countries and they are making some changes in that products and services as per the people of that country, then that company is falling or is transforming into next stage, which is multinational. In multinational stage, the companies make changes in their products, in their services as per the needs of the population, of the people, of the market of the country where they are going to provide it. Understood? So, from ethnocentric, what are they going to transform into? Polycentric. Poly means, the word poly means what? Many. So from international, it will transform into multinational. From ethno, it is going to go in polycentric. In ethno, the same product is provided to another country, but in poly, it is provided to many countries and there are changes done as per the needs of that country. Right? If they would have provided beef burger in India, we would have consumed it? No. So they had to make changes. And the moment this transformation is done, the company shifts into the next stage, which is multinational stage. You're understanding? Good. So in multinational, you have to remember many and everything is customized. You can remember like customization. How you do customization? First you'll sell, suppose the way you wanted the mugs to be, or some crockery items, or some apparel, shirt or jeans. But slowly, if the customers demand that please customize in this color or write this name or prepare, make this design, you are going to customize. Similarly, multinational stage will do that for the market. So in multinational, remember many and remember changes are done as per the need. Changes done as per needs. This is what you will be remembering in multinational stage. As per the country, as per the demands of that country, as per the market of that country, the changes are going to be done. Okay. Now let's understand what is global company. I'll just zoom in a bit so that you will be able to see it more clearly. Okay, I hope everyone is able to read what are the points given in global company. Okay, so here first is that what they have given here is that many countries around the world. That means you can say that business has flourished and that business goods, products, services are found in each and every country. The growth of the business is immense. You can understand it in this way. Also, here they have given example as Toshiba. Okay, Toshiba is one of the examples of global companies. It is given here, but I'll still stick with MACD. Because if you go and search MACD, you can just Google it and just see how MACD is related with all the stages of globalization. First, MACD was a domestic company. They used to provide their services in US only. Then it transformed into international company. International company, what did I say international company means? That when it is willing to take risk. Ethnocentric means it is producing domestically, same thing it is trying to expand in foreign markets. So suppose from US it shifted to UK. It turned into an international company. Then it turned into multinational. Multinational means it is providing various franchises. Suppose now after UK it gave the franchise to 2 other countries. That means it has become multinational company. Also, along with being multinational company, what is the most important point that I had explained in multinational company? That it started to provide products specifically as per the needs of that people. The moment it tries to change the products, services as per the needs or the market of that country, it is transformed into multinational. That is nothing but polycentric. So when MACD gave its franchise to India, it changed the beef burger. What did it become? It became a multinational company. Got it? Now global. After a certain time, McDonald's expanded their food restaurant chain through franchises. Not just 1, 2, 3. It has spread into many countries, but the centralization still remains with whom? The US restaurant. Okay, the US restaurant still owns and provides these services to different countries. That means till the time it reaches global, and next stage is what? Transnational. Till it reaches global and transnational, the company is producing the goods as per their country's products and services. Also, it is doing the changes as per the individual markets of the country. So what is this known as? This is known as marketing mix. Marketing mix. When marketing mix takes place, the company is transformed from multinational to global, from global to transnational. Marketing mix means having your own product belonging to the home country and doing additional changes as per the host countries. Host countries means wherever you are going to provide that product, services, goods. Okay. Now the last stage is transnational. Transnational companies are also categorized as geocentric. They are of what orientation? They are of geocentric orientation. Now what do you understand by geocentric? Means everything is integrated, everything is together, everything is exchanged from one country to another, from one quarter to another. Flexible approach. What is the keyword for transnational company? Flexible approach. Now, the most important point for transnational company is they think globally. Means they are thinking that the product should be so good, so nice that we can sell it globally, but they act locally. Now let me write it here for you. Where should I write? Yeah, I'll write it here. Think globally and act locally. Understood? Transnational companies will think of a product which can be sold globally, which they can sell globally, but they will act locally. Act locally means what? They'll try to reduce the cost to such an extent that wherever, suppose for example, here they have given Nestle. What they'll do, Nestle. Now, Nestle is producing, manufacturing chocolates. What they'll think, that this Nestle chocolate should be eaten by each and every person living in this world. But every person's taste varies as per the country. They are having various flavors and all. We know that, right? Kit Kat is having various flavors as per the country to countries. In some country, green tea is available. In some country, even non-veg flavored Kit Kats are available. Okay, but act locally. Now, how they'll act locally? They'll think or as to where the milk or the chocolate or the packaging can be done in cheapest manner. For example, now from India, suppose they'll do the manufacturing part, and the packaging part they'll do it from another XYZ country. Okay, the printing part, the distribution part they'll do from some any XYZ country. So what happens in this process in transnational companies? Manufacturing is done in one country, product development is done in another country, research is done in some another country, and after all this, one product is formed. After all this integration, one product is formed, and then it is sold in the market globally. Understood? So they have given that these countries are decentralized. Decentralized means what? Now see, suppose for example McD is preparing the burgers and all, right? But now India's McD ka burgers, do you think it is coming from some another country? It is getting produced in US and then it is coming here? No, India is only producing, India is only preparing it. Only the instructions and guidelines are given as to how the flavors should be and how it should be prepared and which machine, that is given in India only. But in transnational companies, what happens? That each and everything is widespread. For example, Coca-Cola. For Coca-Cola, packaging will be done somewhere else, the drink preparation will be done somewhere else, and after that the flavoring will be done as per the countries where it is going to be sold. So in transnational company, from the part of manufacturing to production to development to advertisement to everything is done on a global level. See, here what it is given, global companies are centralized and here transnational are decentralized. Everything is done in different countries, not necessarily that everything is done in the home country only. Hence they are of geocentric orientation. Don't get confused. What is ethno, poly, geo, regionic, that you'll see in detail, but it is associated with each stages. So ethno is associated with international, right? Polycentric is associated with multinational. Geocentric is associated with, yes, right, transnational. So this is a table where except domestic, remaining 4 company stages are given. You can read it I'll just wait for 1 minute. You just pause the video and read it. Okay, or just take a screenshot of this. Should I reduce it a bit? Oh my god, this is too small. But okay, see if you can read it. I feel this is too small font, but yeah, you can take a screenshot of this slide and then maybe just zoom in and read it. Everything I have explained, same things are given on this slide. Here is another slide where you can see some different examples. If you want, you can read this also or take a screenshot. Okay, I hope everyone has taken screenshot. Yeah, and this is one of the most important slide. See, global, how they have given global. This is the headquarter, and from the headquarter the process is centralized. You can see the arrows for each country. They are going to provide in a centralized manner. Home country and the other countries, these are the host countries, and this is the home country, that is headquarter they have given it, and everything is centralized. In transnational, see the arrows from headquarter to another country, from that country to headquarter, from one country to another, everything is interlinked, integrated. Hence this is what geocentric. This is a geocentric orientation. Transnational is of geocentric orientation. Then comes international. International is what? Ethno. Means they are rooted to their own country and they'll be providing in different countries. Through headquarters, they'll provide in another country. And multi-domestic, in different countries as per their needs. So there is no arrow drawn between headquarter and that country, because as I said, in India beef burgers are not allowed, so no. Suppose in some another countries something else is provided, so again no link. So multi-domestic, they have no link in headquarter and that country. And this is of which orientation? Polycentric. Okay. So I hope you have understood what are the different stages of globalization or internationalization. If you have any queries, you can comment it down in the comment section. And I hope you have taken the screenshots, or if you have not taken the screenshots, go back, pause the video and just read it. Just read the points, you will understand it. It's not that difficult. Okay, so we'll stop here for today and I'll meet you in the next class. I hope you have understood what all I have explained today. Those who are new, kindly don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, join my Telegram channel as well. And yes, that's it for today. So I'll meet you in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye. Have a nice day.